Donald Trump talking with George Stephanopoulos, and what's interesting is that the Mueller report came up a lot, but not because George Stephanopoulos kept talking about it. He asked, for instance, Donald Trump, what is your pitch to swing voters? And here is how Trump responded.
I think I've done more than any other first-term president ever. I have a phony witch hunt, which is just a phony pile of stuff. Mueller comes out, there's no collusion, and essentially a ruling that no obstruction, and they keep going with it. You know what? People are angry about it.
I don't think that's what he found, but we don't have time for that now. We'll talk about that later.
That is what he found. Excuse me. He found no collusion, and he didn't find anything having to do with obstruction because they made a ruling based on his findings, and they said no obstruction.
He didn't examine collusion. He laid out evidence of obstruction.
Oh, are you trying to say now that there was collusion, even though he said there is no collusion?
He didn't say there's no collusion. He
said no collusion.
He said he didn't look at collusion.
George, the report said no collusion.
Did you read the report?
Yes, I did, and you should read it too.
I read
Come on,
it.
let's go.
Let's go. Well,
you should read it too.
Is that not the most embarrassing? If someone found a video of me reacting to a reporter like that, I would be red-faced for days.
Right, if you're listening to the podcast, your device isn't malfunctioning. We are just dumbfounded.
Dumbfounded because our president's dumb, and we just found out. That was insane. It said no collusion. No, it really didn't say that. It didn't investigate collusion at all. It specifically says why collusion is not a thing that they can bet. Nope, no collusion. And then when he tries to cut in, you can't just say, excuse me, and then literally just get out of the car, flee from the very small person who's interviewing you.
And unfortunately, that was probably one of the non-dumbest things he's ever done on television, because that was him pushing the narrative and just not at all, even with the facts laid out, even with someone next to him saying, someone who a lot of people have a lot of trust in, someone next to him saying, no, you're not telling the truth right now. No.
When he was being incredibly honest,
he was right. Willing to just keep it going, and get the last word in, because he wants you to believe that that report said there is no evidence of collusion, which we all know that's not what was in there. There is no quotes, no collusion in there. That sentence is not there.
Why can't he just say they found they did not have enough evidence of criminal conspiracy to launch charges?
Right, because
that's true. That's what's in it.
He has been saying for a very long time, before we even got the report, no collusion. So it just fits his narrative in order to come out when the report is out and say, see, told you, the Mueller report says no collusion. And he's sitting next to somebody who is saying that's not true.
And
it didn't say that.
That's not what the question was about. The question was, going into 2020, what is your pitch to swing voters? And he launches into it. And also, by the way, we were talking before the show, what is with that car? Why were they sitting so awkward?
Can we see that again? Why were they sitting like that?
If you could just bring up a little bit of the video, you're gonna see that they're very close together. George Stephanopoulos is slouched over, very relaxed. Trump, the entire time, by the way, refuses to make eye contact with George Stephanopoulos. George keeps looking, but he's not getting any eye contact back. And again, this is the strong, confident alpha man who refuses to look a man in his eye when he's lying to him.
I imagine this is what the inside of a cab in London looks like. Like that's what they look like.
Maybe.
Like from the outside.
I don't know what it is. Maybe it's some weird vehicle. But yeah, they're very close together, and Trump will not look at that guy. And then he gets out while grunting. Yes. Okay. Weird. Our country needs drastic work to think about and redefine what masculinity is, because there's like 40% of the country that thinks that's a strong man.
Oh, stop.
Just lie, run away when challenged, refuse to look a person in the eye.
Well, at least 3 women did.
Yeah, unfortunately. Okay, a little bit more on this. Again, asked why bad polling news bothers him so much. You're gonna notice a trend in this interview.
Why does it bother you so much?
Because it's untrue. I like the truth. I'm actually a very honest guy. If I thought they were correct, I wouldn't be complaining at all. I understand that. It's like the witch hunt that goes on. No collusion with Russia. There was no collusion. And what bothers me,
as you know, that's not what Robert Mueller found.
It said no collusion.
In fact, the report cites 126 contacts between the Trump campaign and Russia, but insufficient evidence to charge a criminal conspiracy.
No, George, all I want is the truth. All I want is fairness.
But you say that, for example, you were pursuing a Trump tower in Moscow during the campaign and denying any relationship with Russia.
George, let me tell you, I didn't even do a deal in Moscow. You know, I don't even think they had land. Excuse me. Pursuing. What does pursuing mean? Mean because somebody walks in and says, hey, we're looking at it. Do you know that I don't even think they had a site? I don't even think they knew who was going to do the deal. It was a concept of a deal, more of a concept than anything else.
Okay, so similar to what you saw before, the question had nothing to do with any of this. It was polling for the 2020 election, and Trump again brought it up. So bear that in mind in terms of who is trying to make this entire thing about the Mueller report, the investigation, all of that. Trump can't stop bringing it up. But twice in those videos that we showed you, very important thing happened. He said, he was asked about whether he tried to get Mueller fired and whether he tried to have a Trump Tower Moscow. And his response is, no, obviously, because he didn't get fired and we didn't get the tower. But that's not what we were asking.
It's not
Did
at all.
you try
Right.
to accomplish this thing?
Yes,
That's
the
not a
answer is
defense.
yes. Right.
But he's a very honest guy, truthfully.
Oh
That's
my
what
gosh,
said.
he likes
10,000
honesty.
documented lies.
He hates polls.
Yeah.
You know what? Sometimes I hate polls too. I like these new ones.
Yeah, I mean, they mean nothing. We're
But I like
500
the ones
days
before
out.
the 2016 results as well.
Yeah.
So sure.
Yeah, they didn't turn out great.
They did. Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, if you still think that Trump is an honest guy, if you still think that he's a strong guy, there's nothing that can be done at this point to dissuade you from that. But that is an embarrassing display, and it is the reason why he does not do more interviews like this. And I have a feeling that George Stephanopoulos there has killed not Trump, but future interviews with non-Fox hosts. Here on the Damage Report, we talk a lot about the big banks and their ways of getting rich off the poor. They saturate the market, but there are other options. And I've got info on a socially and environmentally responsible financial institution that has no ATM fees, gives you cash back on every purchase. They even commit 10% of their earnings to charity. It's called Aspiration, and if you go to aspiration.com/TYT to sign up, you'll get these perks, and that's more money to spend or to save or to spend. Just treat yourself.